Have you ever wondered how much time you truly have left? After 70, every year feels more precious. And without realizing it, your body has already started whispering the answers. Some people in their 70s still feel sharp, strong, and full of life. Others begin to slow down, not because of age, but because of overlooked signs. In this video, we'll uncover 7 powerful signals your body gives you about how long you may live. This isn't about fear, it's about hope, about taking control. Because it's never too late to live longer, live better, and stay connected. Sign number 1, your walking speed, the hidden clock ticking beneath your feet. It might surprise you to learn that one of the most accurate predictors of how long you'll live isn't found in a medical test or a family history chart. It's found in your feet. More specifically, how fast they carry you through life. Your walking speed after 70 may be telling a deeper story than you realize. It's more than just mobility. It's a mirror of your vitality, your heart's rhythm, your lungs' power, your balance, and even your brain's sharpness. Imagine 2 people the same age. One still moves with ease, steady, upright, able to cross a street without hesitation. The other moves slower, more cautiously, maybe needing to rest halfway through a walk or hold on to something nearby. That difference isn't just physical, it's biological, it's neurological, it's deeply personal. Studies show that slower walking speed in older adults is linked to a higher risk of disability, cognitive decline, even earlier death. Why? Because the body moves slower when it's losing strength on the inside. The heart weakens, the muscles shrink, the brain signals delay. But here's the truth that's often forgotten. Walking speed isn't fixed. It can improve, and with it, so can your outlook on life. You don't need to start running marathons. You just need to start moving. A few extra steps around the house. A walk to the mailbox, a lap through the park. Over time, your muscles remember, your balance returns, your confidence rises. I've worked with patients who could barely shuffle through their kitchen at 72, and 6 months later, they were walking with joy again, meeting friends at the cafe, feeling alive. Why? Because they listened to what their body was trying to say, and they responded. So, ask yourself, when was the last time you paid attention to how you walk? Not just that you can, but how easily, how smoothly, how steadily. Your walking speed is more than a movement. It's a message. And if it's starting to slow, it doesn't mean your story is ending. It means it's time to begin a new chapter. One where every step forward becomes an act of strength, resilience, and life. Sign number 2, your grip strength. What your hands are quietly telling you. After we notice how we move through life, the next truth often lies in how we hold on to it, quite literally. Grip strength might seem like a small detail, but it carries enormous weight. It's not just about opening jars or carrying groceries. It's about how well your body is holding on to its vitality, its muscle mass, its ability to remain independent. Your hands are messengers, revealing what's happening in the deeper parts of you. Think about it. Your walking speed tells the world how strong your legs are, but your grip, it tells you how much strength you still carry inside. Numerous studies now show that declining grip strength in older adults is directly linked to higher risks of frailty, heart disease, and even early mortality. When your hands weaken, it's rarely isolated. It's often a reflection of overall muscle decline and reduced resilience, and yet it happens quietly. Subtly, we notice it not when lifting heavy things, but when once simple tasks, buttoning a shirt, twisting a cap, carrying a bag, start to feel heavier than they used to. I remember meeting Harold, a 76-year-old former carpenter whose handshake used to be the stuff of legend, but over time his hands began to betray him. He laughed it off at first until the morning he dropped a full cup of coffee because his fingers simply wouldn't hold tight enough. That moment changed something in him. It wasn't just the spill, it was what it symbolized, that he was losing touch with his strength, that he was slipping, but Harold did something powerful. He started small, squeezing a tennis ball each morning, carrying light weights while walking, practicing grip exercises with a jar lid, and slowly his hands began to remember not just how to hold things, but how to hold on. So ask yourself, when was the last time you tested your grip, not just physically, but symbolically, because how firmly you hold on to something. A door handle, a cup, a loved one's hand tells a deeper story, and like walking speed, it's a story you can rewrite. Your hands may be aging, but your strength doesn't have to slip away. You just have to take hold before it lets go.
Sign the 3, your balance. The silent strength that keeps you standing. If walking speed shows how you move through life and grip strength reflects how you hold on, then balance reveals whether you're still centered in body and in spirit. And while many people think of balance as just the ability to stand still without tipping over, it's so much more than that. It's a reflection of your brain, your muscles, your nerves, and your inner calm, all working in harmony.
And when that harmony begins to falter, the body whispers before it shouts. Imagine standing in the middle of your kitchen and lifting one foot off the ground. Can you hold it steady for 10 seconds? That's not just a test of coordination, it's a glimpse into your future. Studies have shown that older adults who cannot stand on one leg for 10 seconds are more likely to experience serious health complications. Within the next decade, balance, it turns out, is not just about preventing falls. It's about protecting everything that comes after. I once worked with Grace, a 74-year-old retired teacher who had always prided herself on her independence. But she started noticing little things. A slight wobble when turning quickly, a need to steady herself on the counter. At first, she brushed it off. Just a little tired today, she'd say. But deep down, she knew something was shifting. That quiet instability began to chip away at her confidence. Her world grew smaller. Fewer walks. No more gardening. And then one day, a simple stumble on the stairs led to a broken wrist and 6 weeks of recovery. But here's the hope: balance, like strength, can be rebuilt. Grace began a daily habit, standing on one foot while brushing her teeth, practicing gentle yoga, walking heel to toe down her hallway. Slowly, her body relearned how to center itself, and with it came a powerful realization. Stability isn't just physical, it's emotional. It's knowing that no matter your age, you can still trust your body to carry you forward. So if you've noticed yourself leaning on furniture, more hesitating on stairs, or catching yourself more often, don't ignore it. Your balance is the quiet foundation of your independence. Strengthen it, and you strengthen every step that follows. Sign number 4, the sleep that heals what your nights reveal about your years. After restoring balance in your body, the next silent signal of your longevity lies in what happens when you close your eyes. Sleep. It sounds so simple, yet the way you sleep after 70 can reveal more about your health and future than almost any medical test. Because while most people see sleep as rest, your body knows it as repair. It's the quiet shift from effort to healing, from movement to restoration. And when that healing breaks down, the effects ripple across your entire life. Consider 2 friends, Harold and Edwin, both in their late 70s. Harold goes to bed at the same time every night, wakes with the sun, and feels refreshed after 7 hours. Edwin, on the other hand, finds himself staring at the ceiling until midnight, waking up drenched in fatigue and napping through the day to catch up. Over time, the difference between them becomes visible. Harold walks with clarity, has energy to spare, and his memory remains sharp. Edwin struggles with foggy thoughts, erratic moods, and an exhaustion that never quite lifts. What most people don't realize is that poor sleep in later life doesn't just lead to tiredness. It weakens the immune system, increases inflammation, raises blood pressure, and accelerates memory loss. It disrupts your body's internal clock, leaving your metabolism, heart, and brain working against each other instead of in sync. But like balance, sleep can be retrained. Begin with consistency. Go to bed and wake up at the same time. Even on weekends, create a wind-down ritual. No screens, no heavy meals, just calming cues that tell your body it's time to release. Embrace morning sunlight. It resets your circadian rhythm. And if worries keep you up, try journaling them down or practicing gentle breathing exercises to quiet the mind. You've rebuilt your strength,
You've regained your balance. Now protect the peace that sleep offers, because every deep breath, every dream-filled night is not just a break from life. It's a vote for longevity, for healing, for showing up in the morning stronger than you were the night before. Your future isn't built only in motion. It's built in your rest. Sign number 5, the appetite for life. What your plate says about your future. After you've honored your rest, it's time to examine how you refuel, because longevity isn't just shaped by what you do while awake, but by what you choose to nourish your body with each day. At first glance, a fading appetite might seem harmless, even normal with age. But beneath that subtle change lies one of the most revealing signs of how long and how well you may live after 70 years. You see, appetite isn't just about hunger, it's about vitality. It's your body's way of saying, I'm still fighting. I still want more life. When that signal dims, it's often more than just a picky palate. It can reflect deeper issues: declining metabolism, weakened digestion, early cognitive shifts, or even emotional withdrawal, and the consequences. They ripple across your energy, your strength, your immune system, and your ability to heal. Take Maria and Janet, 2 women in their late 70s. Maria still finds joy in preparing simple meals. Her plate is a balance of colorful vegetables, hearty grains, and lean protein. She eats slowly, savoring both flavor and the moment. Jean, however, has lost interest. She skips breakfast snacks on processed foods and often forgets to eat altogether. Over time, the difference becomes undeniable. Maria stays energetic and strong, while Jean's weight drops, her skin loses its glow, and her strength begins to fade. Your relationship with food is your relationship with life. If you're losing interest in meals, if your pants are looser, but you're not trying to lose weight, don't ignore it. This is your body waving a flag, asking for attention. But here's the hope: this too can be healed. Start with simplicity. Add back warm, comforting meals, rich in color and nutrition: soup, stews, roasted vegetables, foods that comfort and restore. Eat with others when you can. Connection at the table often awakens the appetite more than any recipe can. And if chewing becomes difficult, adjust textures, not nutrients. Smoothies, porridges, and purees can carry the same power. You've earned the right to enjoy your food, not just to eat, but to savor, to celebrate, to nourish your years ahead. Because every bite is a message. I am still here. I still choose life. Sign number 6, the quiet strength within how you handle stress shapes how long you stay standing. Once you've fed your body with warmth and intention, the next step is to care for your unseen core, the space where tension lives, where worry builds, where stress can slowly unravel. Everything else you've worked so hard to protect. After 70, your ability to handle stress isn't just a personality trait, it's a survival skill. One of the most powerful predictors of how long you'll live is how lightly you carry what tries to weigh you down. We often talk about nutrition, sleep, and exercise, but we rarely talk about emotional digestion. Yet chronic stress, even the quiet, unspoken kind, weakens your immune system, ages your heart, clouds your thinking, and accelerates every process you are trying to slow down. You may not notice it at first: a clenched jaw, a restless night, a shorter fuse, but over time it hollows out your strength. Picture 2 men, George and Sam, both in their 70s, both widowers. George feels the grief but allows space for joy. He gardens, he meditates, he laughs with neighbors, and takes deep breaths before reacting to life's curveballs. Sam, on the other hand, holds everything in. He dwells on what's gone wrong, fixates on what could happen next, and lives in a loop of what-ifs. Over time, George grows more peaceful and present. Sam grows more brittle, more tired, more alone. The difference isn't just emotional, it's physical. Unmanaged stress triggers inflammation, elevates blood pressure, and impacts memory. But resilience, it's a muscle. It can be built, stretched, softened. You don't need to retreat to a mountaintop. Start small. Take a quiet walk. Try 5 minutes of stillness in the morning. Journal.
Pray, breathe, say no when you need to, and ask for help without guilt. Laughter, too, is medicine never underestimated. Most importantly, remember this. You are not your worries. You are the one choosing what to carry, and if you've carried a heavy life, it's okay to put some of it down. Now, protecting your peace is not selfish. It's sacred. It's the very act of choosing life over fear, breath over burden, and it may be the single most important thing you do for your health, your happiness, and your years ahead. Sign number 7, the people who keep you alive. How connection outlasts time. After you've calmed the storm inside, after you've learned to hold your stress gently instead of letting it hold you hostage, you might start to notice something else, the presence or absence of others. And here's a quiet truth that researchers, doctors, and the wisest elders all agree on: the quality of your social connections may be the single most powerful predictor of how long and how well you will live. It isn't just about avoiding loneliness. It's about belonging, about being seen, heard, and loved, not for what you do, but for who you are. Isolation shrinks the soul. Studies show that seniors who remain socially engaged are not only happier, but they're also physically healthier, with stronger immune systems, sharper minds, and lower risk of heart disease, depression, and even dementia. Loneliness, on the other hand, has the same health impact as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Picture Helen and Marie, both are 80. Helen speaks with her grandchildren every week. She volunteers twice a month at the library. She has lunch every Friday with 2 old friends. Her laughter is soft but steady. Marie, however, spends her days in silence. She stopped calling her friends after one moved away. Her children are busy. She tells herself she's fine, but the days feel long and the house echoes more than it used to. The difference isn't measured in calendar years. It's felt in heartbeats, in brainwaves, in how the body remembers to hope. And the remedy: it's not always grand gestures. It's a phone call, a coffee date, a walk with a neighbor, joining a book club, a gardening group, or a Sunday potluck, or even writing a letter, not because you must, but because connection heals. You see, the soul doesn't just want peace, it wants communion, a reason to keep waking up, a reason to keep showing up. So ask yourself, who do you miss? Who have you meant to call? What part of your spirit still aches for conversation? In your later years, you don't need a crowd, but you do need warmth, because when it comes to longevity, it's not just the years in your life, it's the lives in your years. As we age, we begin to listen differently, not just to the world, but to our own bodies. A slower walk, a softened grip, a restless night. These aren't just changes. They're messages, whispers from within gently asking, are you still living with intention? Are you still choosing strength, connection, and care? The 7 signs we've explored: your walking pace, grip strength, balance, sleep quality, appetite, emotional resilience, and social bonds are not judgments. They are opportunities. Invitations to take back control over how you live the rest of your story. Because your story isn't over. Not by a long shot. What makes life meaningful after 70 isn't just adding years, it's adding depth, color, purpose. Whether it's a 10-minute walk in the sun, a phone call to a friend, or simply choosing to breathe through stress instead of holding it, every small act is a vote for vitality, for dignity, for joy. You don't have to change everything overnight. You just have to begin. Start with what speaks to you, what stirs something inside. And remember, you're not alone. Thousands of others are walking this same path, seeking not just to exist, but to thrive. So if this video has resonated with you, I invite you to take the next step. Subscribe to our channel and be part of a growing community that believes in aging with grace, wisdom, and quiet power. We're here to walk beside you, one insight, one story, one day at a time. Your best years are not behind you. They are waiting for you to rise. Let's rise together.